everybody. Today's the day. Surprise, surprise. I'm so excited. I have been so nervous. I mean, I'm excited now, but oh, I've been so nervous. Honestly, I've been so snappy. My other half was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. It's like, you sure? And I'm like, you're fine. Oh, I'm all right. I haven't really been that bad. Kind of have, but there you go. But I am excited now. The day is here. It's here. It's release day. But it's not only release day, it's also restock day 2. So I'm restocking quite a few stamp sets as well. I'm not restocking any washi tape, but I have got 5 new washi tapes. So, winding. But firstly, because I know you all watch the beginning of the videos, so here is the boring but important parts of this release. So, as you all know, I have been on YouTube for 15 years this month, and as a thank you and just as a birthday gift, I am doing worldwide shipping, not including Europe and Northern Ireland. I am so sorry. I know, it frustrates me just as much as it frustrates you, but I just can't do it right now. I'm hoping the laws are going to change, and hopefully they will soon. And then, trust me, as soon as they do, I'll be shipping to Europe and Northern Ireland again. Yeah, so it's worldwide. That's everywhere apart from Europe and Northern Ireland. Free shipping if you spend over £100. Don't worry about the conversions. Etsy will convert it into your currency. So yeah, don't worry about it. As long as it hits £100 in my Etsy, then it's going to be whatever the equivalent is in your currency. So yeah, free shipping on orders over £100. So here we go. Please make sure before you check out that you have got everything in your basket that you need, because I cannot add to your basket once you've checked out. So once you've purchased and that order's been put through, I can't add to it. Also, there is a code. I will put it blink hard just here at the top of the screen. It is free shipping 15 for the 15 years on YouTube. On my Etsy page, you should have come up at the top of the Etsy page a green like box, if you like, that will say free shipping on orders over £100, apply to basket. Hit the applied button so that then as soon as you hit that £100 threshold, it will automatically be put on. If you don't have that button, before you check out, put the code free shipping 15 in the apply code or vouchers box. I cannot apply the code after you've checked out. So yeah, please remember, check that the code is in the appropriate box on your purchasing page before you check out, and I can't add to any orders afterwards, I'm afraid. So they are the boring bits of business. But now let's get in to what I'm restocking. So today I'm restocking my Textures stamp set. So thank you to Belle, because I know that a lot of her subscribers have been asking for me to restock this. It is now restocked. Oh, and my Etsy shop is listed in the description box down below. So pause the video and go shopping. But yeah, my textures set is restocked. My addresses and signatures set is restocked as well. And this one has been out of stock for a while. So yeah, I love this stamp set. I'm also restocking the 3 newest as well. Is it the 3 newest? Yeah, because I've still got loads of the labels, so I didn't need to restock that. So I'm restocking the Recorded, the Collector, and the Librarian as well. So if you didn't manage to get those on my last release, you can grab them now. So there's 5 sets that I have restocked because by public demand, you've been asking for that, and I always restock the last release with my new release. So they're the restocks. Now we have, drum roll, my new release. Ta-da! We have got 5 stamp sets. So we have 3 A5 and 2 A6. The first one in the collection, because obviously we know that we are going like 19, 20, 22. So the next one in our collection is CBT 0023 and it's called The Adventurer. This one is just full of yummy, yummy words, all about adventures and holidays and stuff like that. Yes, I know we still have 2 labels because you can never have enough labels. I'm not going to apologise for it. Then we have these really 2 cool shipping tags. Now, as you all have noticed, there's 2 lines missing at the top of the shipping tags. That was meant to be. That was purposely done because we have this little round one here and this little one here. And these are made to go... Let me find one. All right, so there's that one. They're made to go on to reinforcers like that. And then the reinforcers sit at the top where the gap is. How cool are those little tickets? They're just too cool. And obviously, like I always do with every single stamp set, all these, everything on here matches into the labels, into the tags and everything. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you don't want this to be a tag and you want this to be a label, go over it with black soot. Go around the edge with black soot. It will soon, you won't even notice it. So yeah, all these fit inside all the bits on here. And I just love it. We've got some chevrons, we've got some tickets, we've got air letter, we've got a little flight destination, we've got a little postage stamp, correspondence address, just some little text here, a postal, what do they call it? A script sort of kind of postage stamp, some numbers. We've got some more numbers here because they could be your flight numbers. And then we've got just a little text stamp here. Arrived and delivered stamp set that fits inside this label. We've got a date, February 21st, 1900. We've just got just a random stamp. New York, boarding pass accepted. Number 574, identification check. H74583893. Again, if these fit down here perfectly, these numbers, so it can be like a boarding number or your boarding pass. We've got 55219, another text stamp that fits in there perfectly and also in here, another number stamp, and then we've got a New York address, another number stamp with the letter C because, you know, we always do R, so I thought I'd do C. Then we have like a little boarding pass kind of thing. We have another address, another long number that fits perfectly in here. Received, another random letter stamp, a number stamp, another address stamp, a number of tickets. And yeah, so some really, really cool stamps on here. I love the chevron stamp. It's just so cool. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. So that is the first, The Adventurer, CBT 0023. Then we have CBT 0024, and it's called Departure. And what can I say about this stamp? Just look at this stamp. It is so cool. Yes, we do have some more chevrons, but they are different. Because don't we love some chevrons on the edge of our page? Yes, we do. So here we have a ticket, a label ticket because why not? We've look at this little map of the world, and this, if you use this in sand dune, or I think it's sand dune or Arctic, because they're very, they're not opaque, so they're transparent. You can stamp that in the background and still stamp over it, and it looks really cool. Then we've got received 12th of September 94. Now this stamp, it's got bit missing. It's supposed to have bits missing. So the bottom of the 1 is missing, the side of the D is missing, and the top of the E is missing. That's how I wanted it. I wanted it to stamp distressed. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with a stamp. It's supposed to be like that. Then we've got 4 o'clock time. We've got a little 5 cents little snippet there. 25 cents. We've got 13. Then we've got just a background stamp, which is nothing really to do with travel. But it could be. You could have a doctor's note. It's about your prescription. So yeah. But you could have a doctor's note for travelling. Then we've got this gorgeous little grungy jagged circle stamp here, which fits this inside it perfectly. We've got security check, we've got a boarding pass, destination ticket, airmail, a London address, transport services, baggage accepted, another date, not good if detached, and then we've got do not valid until dated and numbered by issuing office. We've got travel, Los Angeles, just a little flight label. Then we've got a little, like, you might even be going on a cruise. So we've got from London to Edinburgh. I mean, just how cute is that label? We've got 0893 first class, documented, collected, another chevron. Because you never know, that one might come off the page, and that one is perfect for something little. Important, by airmail, 10 cents a 6. And then look at this, we've got this beautiful departures board that I grunged up and just made absolutely delicious. Don't you just love it? Ah, it's beautiful. So these are meant to be, they coincide together, but they don't only coincide together, they also work with the ID stamp set. They also work with the postcard stamp set, the airmail stamp set, and my grid stamp set too. I haven't restocked my grid stamp set. It will be being restocked very soon, but it's not in this release, I'm afraid. But if you already have it, yeah, these stamps are perfect for the grid stamp set. Then we have an A6 stamp set, CBT 0025, and it's called Map. Just look. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it so much. We've got a little compass on here. Then we've got like the scale of miles. And then we've got longitude and latitudes. And then we've got round the edge of the map as well, all the numbers. And I just absolutely love this stamp. It's just a background stamp, but it works perfectly if you're doing a travel journal. Absolutely perfect. It could be a journaling card, it could be the background on a stamp, it could be just a piece that goes within a page. But I absolutely love it. And if it's stamped in sand dune or again in Arctic, it's just delicious. Absolutely delicious. Now let me get a drink because these next stamp sets, I have gone out of my comfort zone, but my style seems to be changing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will forever be grunge. You know me, I love my grunge. I will forever be grunge. But since being on YouTube for 15 years, and in my previous couple of videos ago, I revisited one of my old videos, and I was so cutesy 15 years ago. I was all lace and fabric flowers and butterflies and paper flowers, and I was just so cutesy, all pinks and apricots and just sage green, and I was so cute. I was very prima. And that made me miss it a little bit. So these two next stamp sets are out of my comfort zone, but I love them so much. So the first one is called Haberdashery. Look at this. I mean, oh. So we've got a big Haberdashery cotton card just here, all grungy and delicious. And then what I've done is I've made sure that all the bits and pieces fit inside. So if you don't want to use it as a cotton card, I mean, you could make a journal out of it. That could be journaling tags. It could be just a tag. It could be a little tag book. It could be anything you wanted it to be. It could even be a tab and just stick out the top of the page, because come on. So things like this little label here, and then we've got some other little labels here. So we've got embroidery silks, we've got paper patterns, we've got button collection. They're all ephemera to go in here. The same as we've got finest imported threads, superior quality since 1887. They all fit in here. Hand finished, #1 machine grade, embroidery, needles, notions and nostalgia. Love that. Pure cotton. They all fit in this. Then we've also have this little ruler as well, which I've done a little tab on the end, because how cute would that be, stamped on card, or even a piece of canvas just hanging off the edge. Beautiful. We also have these little number 12 and number 210. So these are all the grade of the thread. We've got 200 yards, number 80, 75 yards. We've got number 40, 2.5 ounces, size 32, number 65, and then just a random 303, because I love a 3. Then we have another ruler down here as some texture for going down the side of a tag, or you can have it coming down the side here. Again, in sand dune, or you could have Heidi Swapp's aged Arctic, any antique linen, anything that will just look beautiful in the background, so you can stamp over it if you want to. Then we have these numbers, which again, they're so grungy. I just absolutely love them. I really do. They're beautiful. I just love them so much. They fit on there as well as another element, or you can just stamp them on their own and use it behind a cluster or something like that. We also have this little bit of text here that fits perfectly in the middle of that card. And then we also have some spool labels. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9 spool labels on here. Now they do range from 1 inch, so 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, and I think with the 1 inch is as high as I went. So they are absolutely, I've got some in here. Let me just find some. So we've got one there. I've done one. Look at that. I mean, come on. It's just, I think I've used them all. I did stamp a load, but I've used them all. I mean, just look. I mean, the stamping on it. And here, this is the little paper patterns. But can I just say, look, I mean, this is the size of the top of my finger. But look how clear that stamps. I mean, are you kidding me? Oh, I just love them. I absolutely, I mean, I really do. I really, really do. It's the same with these. Look at the 5 cents that's in the other kit. The other stamp set. Just, and this one, look at, did I just show you this one? Let me put it around the right way. Look how tiny that is, but look at the text on it. Oh, I mean, come on. Aren't they just stunning? I just love them. So yeah, so we've got all different kinds of ones. We've got ones with the spool sizes on the 150 yards. Just loads and loads of different spool labels. So when I did this, I had lots of designs that I'd done left over. And I was like, let's do an add-on. let's do an add-on. Let's do an A6 size add-on. So we ended up with an A6 size add-on, and it's called Embroidery CBT 0027. And this is where I really, really go out of my comfort zone. Can you tell me why? Leave me a comment if you know why I have gone out of my comfort zone. Yes, I've got flowers. There's 2 roses on here. The cabbage roses, my favourite. I absolutely love them. But why not? Why not? I do love flowers. I just don't use them in my crafts. But just wait and see what I've made with this. So we also have a lady here who is doing some tapestry, and she stamps. I mean, just look. She stamps beautifully, and so do the flowers. I mean, come on. Isn't that just stunning? And obviously they don't have to be used for sewing. You can use these for absolutely anything you want to. We also have an old sewing machine, a pair of scissors, a little piece of ephemera down the bottom. We've got another spool number 553, spool number 5770. Now this goes the same as the receive stamp set. This is distressed, so there's a bit of the 0 missing and there's the top of the S missing. That was deliberate. I wanted it to look distressed. I wanted it to stamp distressed because it just looks so cool. And we're doing vintage, so of course. Then we've got 208. Look at this vintage haberdashery label. I mean, isn't it just gorgeous? And then again on here we also have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. We've got 12 spool labels as well. Now some of them are repeated. They're different sizes because I just loved them so much that I just wanted different sizes, like these 2. I wanted 1 inch and a 1/4 inch because you never know. These 2, 1 inch and a 1/4 inch. Again, you never know. And then I think this one, is this one on this stamp set? This one. I love this one too. So we've got this one in 1 inch and one in 1/2 inch. And again, 1/2 inch and 1 inch. So I wanted them all in different sizes because they're just so cool. They're just so cool. And we've got this teeny weeny, and this one does stamp. I've stamped it. Then we've got linen, thread, machine twist, 68289, buttonhole, cotton, mercerized, whatever that means. I don't know, but I did Google it, so. And then we've got this needles and threads, this little label here, which is, I just absolutely love it. So these are my stamp sets. What do you think? Oh, I absolutely love them. They are a little bit different, but do you know what? I don't care, because I do care. But I just love them so much. That's why I don't care. I don't care that they're a little bit different because they just turned out exactly how I wanted them to turn out. So let me show you the makes. I know, right? So first off, we have the first 2 stamps, and I made this little kind of a security check ID card, if you like. I mean, look at that. Come on. Isn't this just stunning? Oh, I haven't showed you the washes. Oh my goodness. So we've got 5 washes, and here we are. How gorgeous are they? I wanted to go very earthy toned because of travel and holidays and stuff like that. So we've got here a brown and a black check. Let me show you the ones that I've got, my ones, without the cellophane on. So we've got a brown and a black check, which... isn't it just delicious? And they're 10-metre rolls, and they're 10 millimetres wide. Then to go with the map, we also have the longitudes and latitudes. So I took this element here and I just made a washi tape. which I asked for it to be slightly transparent, as you can see it is, because I wanted it so that when you put it on a background, you can still see what's behind it, and it will make it look like it's printed on the paper, and it just repeats and repeats and repeats. But oh, I absolutely love it. And as you can see there, it really does. You can still see the stamped map in the background, and again down here. So it just, and then again here. It just blends. It just blends. I absolutely love it. So then with the haberdashery, we've got an empty ruler, but it mainly, I know it doesn't fill the washi tape. I didn't want it to, because again, I asked for this one to be slightly transparent so that when you put it on a project and give it a sand, it's going to blend into the paper and just look like it's part of the paper. So that's why I wanted it like that. But I just love it. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. And again, it just repeats and repeats and repeats. It's just awesome. Absolutely awesome. Then we have a chevron, because we need a chevron. And this is actually made so that it folds. Let me show you. Let me get, so I've got a tag here, and I'm just going to put it along the bottom. And I put that on wonky. I basically made this washi tape so it folds over. Like that. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? And then, you know, you can get your sander and just sharpen up the edges. Distress. And then look, it looks like it's part of the tag. Oh, I just love it. I love it. So yeah, we've got a chevron. Where has it got? There it goes. And then last but not least, we have some grunge. Look at this. It's got text behind it. It's got the beautiful. So I took the colour Azo Gold and I tried to get something very similar to it. And I like it. I absolutely like it. And look at that. Oh, just the grunge. Let me get another, because I've got some tags here. And I want to put this down the edge here. Let's just fold it over. That was real bad folding time. And then just look at that. I mean, that by itself just looks so grungy and delicious. But when you then it makes it look like it's part. It makes it look like it's been printed on, like it's part of the paper. And oh, I love it. I love it so much. Let me show you what. I will get onto the makes in just a moment. So I'm going to put this one next to this one because they do all work together. And then look at that. And then again, give it a good old age. Let me get the debris off. Look at that. I mean, isn't it just so cool? And it also takes distress. Look at that. So once you've sanded it, there you go, look. It also takes distress. I mean, we know this about my washi tapes. Everybody knows my washi tapes. So yeah, they're the 5 washi tapes that I have available, and they're going to be classics. They're literally just going to be used on so many projects. And that's what I wanted. I wanted them to be kind of like universal. So they're not just, you know, like the postal theme. You don't have to use it for postal, but we all do. But yeah, I just love them. I love them so much. So they're the washes. I cannot believe I nearly forgot to tell you about the washes. So back to the makes, and look. So like I said, this is kind of like a security check ID card. We have, see what I mean about the ticket? How cool is that? I just love it. Absolutely love it. And we've got the ID card. I mean, look. If you've been with me long enough now, you know that I do, when I design my stamps, I like to design them so that they all work together. So when you get the new release, have a look through the other stamp sets that you've got of mine, because this is off of the ID card stamp set. So is that, and so is that. But I wanted them to I love them to work together. This is what I mean about the grids and stuff like that. So I've done a little Velcro dot. We've got some of the washi tape here in the background. I also use the texture stamp just down the side because I just love it. We open it up. We've got a couple of curator snippets in here, and then look at this. I know, right? Oh my goodness. This took me ages to make, but I had so much fun. How cool is this? So this is George. This is George. I think it's George H. Cuthbert. This is George. He travels for work, and he needs his departures board, so he knows what flight he's getting on. He's got his ticket just here. He also knows that he can just walk straight through his security check because of this card. It's received. It's perfect. It's got all of his information on here, a couple of stamps and stuff like that, so we all know where he's going. And then tucked in the background here, we have got a couple of shipment tags. So there's that one. Then there's this one that he needs to fill in once he gets to his destination and he picks up his order. And then there's this one as well that's got his address on and everything. But can you see how different I have done the reinforcers? Each one is different. This one is just stamped and then I cut round it. This one is put on a reinforcer and cut out, and so is this one. And the stamps fit perfectly. How cool. How cool. There's another bit of washi tape down the side there because you gotta have washi tape, and they just slide just behind there like that because there is secret documents. Of course, we put a tab on top because we need a tab. We have a bit of the grungy washi tape just in the background there. We have another piece of washi tape down here. I've also done some stamping as well. And then look at my little plane. Isn't it just so cool? And this is my security check ID card for George. So he carries this around with him. It's also his boarding pass. Carries this around with him wherever he goes. And he says, yeah, let me through. And he goes through. So that's project 1. I just love it. I just absolutely love it. And it's made out of an old file folder that I got from a thrift shop. You know, the hanging ones? Yeah, it's just made with one of those. And it's just so cool. It's so cool. So with the same stamp sets, I made a couple of journal cards with tabs on, and I've gone out of my comfort zone again. So I've used colour. I think the colour I used was Stormy Sky. This one is Stormy Sky. I also used Heidi Swap's new Navy because this colour is everything. And this is the Navy. It's just gorgeous. And then I also used Evergreen Bough, which is this greeny colour just here. But look at these. I mean, there's a little bit of secret ephemera. There's the Los Angeles stamp there. There's the boarding pass. Oh, the washi tape down the side. The map in the background as well. And then we have this one again, a lovely little piece of ephemera on the tab. Los Angeles. Look at that little map. Oh, isn't it cute? I love it. There's a 10 cents, but look at the stamp map in the background. Oh, it's just so cool. Then we've got another one here. We've got the little boarding label. Fits perfect on one of these tabs. Perfect. We have another label here, the airmail. Bit of washi tape in the background, bit of Tim Holtz tape. The map in the background as well. Some other pieces of ephemera off of the kit. I did some stitching too. The plane. Oh, I love the plane. And there are 3 journaling cards. How absolutely cool are they? Just love them so much. And then I decided to make a fabric cluster page tab. Look at that. Because I do kind of want to do a page in my journal to do with travel, and that can go on the edge, and then it just sticks out like, look at that. I just love it. I mean, come on. I just love things sticking out the side of my journals. They just look so cool. And this one was so easy. As you can see, I had a piece of scrap paper, I folded it in half, and then I just used my tag punch and I just took the sides off. Did some stitching, put some fabric in the background, stitched across the top, made a little cluster, made another little cluster that I put on a foam dot, and then I just put it together. And it's just such a cool page tab. Just love it. Absolutely love it. Now on to the haberdashery and the embroidery stamp set. So first off, I made some fabric clusters using some ball pins and some of the words off of the stamp sets, including the ruler. I mean, look at that. Look at the grunge, how that stamps like that. And then we've got this one as well, which I'll show you that in a minute. So I've got these ones, and they're just stunning. Literally just a couple of fabric clusters, an eyelet in that one, poke the bulb pin through, stick it through, and they just look so cool hanging off of the edge of anything. Like, for example, look at that. Look at that sewing machine. Isn't it just so lovely? Oh my goodness. And then embroidery. I just love it. And this could just be tucked in a pocket. You can journal on the back, tucked in a pocket. Oh, I mean, come on. Isn't it just gorgeous? And then we've got another journaling card here with the stamps on. Look at the lady just sitting there doing her tapestry. Again, a journaling card. Love it. And then we have this. See what I mean about it hanging off? So I took one of the cotton cards and I actually wrapped some of my thread around it. And then we have these 2 little pieces of ephemera just sitting there. Let me get that bit of cotton off. Just sitting there, loving life. Just looking beautiful. Then we have one of the spool labels just behind here. We have the Needles, Notions and Nostalgia behind here. I also did some stamping. Then we have another spool label, which I literally used. I stamped with VersaFine, and then I used the vintage photo glaze and popped it up on a foam tab with some of the deco web behind it, bit of ephemera. Are you ready for this? I mean, I just love it. There's one of the clusters that I made in my previous video. I thought it just went perfect on this pocket. And then we have some labels from my previous kits. So there's ones with butterflies on, there's book page labels, there's this book belongs to labels. Then I've got another one of the ruler under here, and that hides the bottom of this. So I just thought I'd put that there. We have one of my fabric tabs clusters that I made. There is a video on this as well. Finally used my favourite one. I did some stamping with some scissors, and then at the top here we've got machine twist. And then we've got a journaling spot down here with another page tab, as you can see. I didn't do anything on the back here. Look at that ruler. Isn't that just stunning? Because I might stick this down in a journal or have it as a pocket. So this opens up, and then that's as a pocket, and then these can all sit in there. So this is a page tab, which another cluster page tab, with, again, I just folded over a piece of scrap paper, trimmed the sides, got some fabric, stitched straight across the middle, and then added some of the ephemera. Didn't that advert just go perfect? I'm so glad I got that stamp set. I really am. This is what I mean by the spool number. Can you just see that under there? That little stamp just there. So the 0 is half missing, and the S, and that's how I wanted it. I wanted it. Can you see? Hope you can see that. I wanted it to stamp distressed because I just absolutely love that. Then there's one of the little roses. There's another rose just here and some other pieces of ephemera, but I just love that little label. And these are Tim Holtz's paper stash in the background, and this is some vintage ledger paper. But look what happens when you close it. Look at that tab. All the gorgeous fabric sticking out the top. This is sticking out the bottom. Oh, and I stitched around it all as well. I just absolutely love it. I really do. I had so much fun these past few days playing with everything. Honestly, I hope you love them. I hope you have as much fun as I had as well. Thank you everybody for being here. Now I feel like my zen. But I am going to carry on playing because there's still so many things I want to do. And next week, don't worry, I am going to be doing videos on how I made these projects. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Definitely on my little sewing folio. Definitely on my security ID card. And definitely on the clusters and then the journaling cards as well. Those ones are quite quick projects, so I could do those in just one video. But I'm going to love you and leave you. Don't forget that my Etsy shop is linked in the description box down below. Don't forget about the free shipping. Don't forget to put the code in as well, because if you don't add the code, you don't get the free shipping. So make sure that code's in your basket before you check out. And if it is in there, as soon as you hit the £100 threshold, it will automatically take off the shipping. It's the weekend. The sun's out. I'm released. I'm going to go and play. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for your constant support. I love you all. You are amazing. I hope you have the most fantastic weekend, and I will see you all in my next video. Happy crafting, everybody, and take care. Bye. Bye.